This is a part of the delivery game. The delivery game is, if you ever did any type of gig work, you know how the delivery game goes. You use your phone, and you can have two phones. Maybe I only have one phone, and the same phone that I'm streaming from is the same phone that um, the delivery apps are on my phone. So it's kind of inconvenient because she don't look that bad, boy. It's kind of inconvenient because when I want to do my lives, but I got to use the same phone when I get an order or a call, and I got to respond to that call. But this is the No President Day broadcast. We don't celebrate these dead hypocrites or the live hypocrites. We not celebrating any of them. Not one of them, baby. We don't celebrate not one of them. The live ones or the dead ones. Because most of the dead ones were slave owners. Most of the dead ones were white supremacists. And the live ones, they didn't do nothing for us. Especially the one that we put in there. That was supposed to be our black hope. Was supposed to be the one that was going to do things for us. He didn't do shit for us. Not a damn thing. And I was watching Brother Rizza Islam. Shout out to Brother Rizza Islam. He had a post on Facebook, and he was like basically asking that question. We're talking about Barack Obama and how a lot of black folks saying Barack Obama didn't do nothing for us in terms of reparations. And RZA was basically saying that he did do things for us, but it's only so much he can do, and that he pardoned his uncle. So one of the people he pardoned was his uncle. And I hear that, but my response to that is that Obama did things specifically for certain groups of people. He was able to do things that targeted certain groups of people. And if Obama was able to do things for certain groups of people specifically, why could he not do things for us, the people that put him in office? Really, the black Americans that supported his first term without hesitation. We supported this guy, man. I remember his first term. We were so happy. We were so elated. We didn't even know who this dude was. We didn't know that he was the senator of Illinois, or we didn't even know that. We just said, oh, this dude's black. We gotta go support. That's all we knew. If you ask the average voter, when Obama got elected the first time, who is he? What is his policies? Where, half of the people didn't even know. They just said he's black. We're gonna vote for him. But this is so responding to RZA, I hear what he said, but I just think that he should have done more. Reparations should have been really considered during his term. It should have been. It should have been something very seriously considered or talked about or studied, whatever the term they use, during his term, specifically for the people that went out in droves and numbers to support this guy. But today, man, right now, on this No President Day, I'm just in my vehicle and I'm trying to make ends meet, man. I'm trying to make ends meet. Financially, things have been kind of rough for me. Um, I if you haven't followed my channel, I was in trucking for the last few years, and I was doing trucking because it was an economic job. I have I have a degree. I have a degree in finance. I have an associate's degree in business administration. So on paper, you can see that I was overqualified for the role of a truck driver. But when you got mouths to feed, people that depend on you, you got to do what you got to do. Shout out to everybody. So it was around 2021, 2022. I couldn't find any work. I was trying to use my degrees to find work. I couldn't find nothing. And then I just decided, okay, trucking, it looks stable. It looks like something that I can do, because at the time I was doing the gig work. I was doing the gig economy. And that shit had dried up. 2022, it dried up. And so I was doing the gig work and it dried up. I wasn't making enough. At the time I was living in Buckhead in Atlanta. And that's one of the expensive places out there. And so my rent was like $2,000. So I'm like, damn, what the hell am I going to do? So the lease was coming up. I decided not to renew the lease. I decided, hey, this Atlanta shit ain't working. I'm about to go back to Cali, where I'm from. I know it's expensive as hell out there, but I don't know nobody in Atlanta. So ain't no way I could just stay out here and just try to make it work. So I said, before I go, I said, hi me 5 times. Well, shout out to everybody. Before I go, I said, let me go ahead and get my CDL while I'm in the South. And then when I go back to California, at least I would have something that way when I hit California, I can hit the ground running. And so I went ahead, got my CDL, bam. And that's when I got into the CDL industry. Just something to do. It hasn't been the best experience in the CDL industry, in trucking. You get used, you find out, a lot of these companies going to sell you a dream. They're going to tell you about the amount of money you can make. That's how they're going to get you in. They're going to tell you, oh, when you start trucking, you can make 6 figures. They're going to tell you all this BS just to get you in. And you'll find out the real truth. You're not going to make 6 figures unless you practically kill yourself and you don't see your family at all. That's the only way you can make 6 figures in trucking is if you have a family, you got to forget about them, because you're going to be on that road 5, 4, 6, 7 months out of the year trying to get that money. And you all know, if you're a guy and you got a woman and you married, or you got a woman and you leave her for 6 or 7 months, you can just pretty much forget about it. Because no woman, especially if she's younger, can handle that. Like, she has to give up seeing you, being physical with you for 6, 7 months, because you out here chasing this money. And she still has her feelings. She still has her hormones. She still, has her sexual desire, and it's rough on her. It's rough on you. So, but that's the only way that you're gonna make 6 figures in trucking, because you literally have to sacrifice your life to make that money. And if you're not willing to do that, forget about what these truck companies saying. They telling you you're gonna make 6 figures. That it's not gonna be easy. Okay, so when I realized that, when I got disheartened by the trucking industry, I'm like, I got to get out of this shit, because it's ruining my life. I'm giving them all my time, and I'm not making no money, really. I'm not really making more money than what I would make if I worked at McDonald's, because you got to consider the time that you're not driving. They just talk about you got to add up all that time. 24 hours, you're in that truck, whether you're driving or not. You only can drive 11 hours in a day. You can be on duty for 14 hours. For the rest of those hours, you in that truck. So even though you off for work, you still at work, because you're not at home. You in that truck. So I'm starting to get some deliveries, y'all. What's up? Yeah, man. I'm probably gonna, it's getting kind of busy today. I guess it's because it's President Day. I'm probably about to tap in with y'all. I'm trying to do this live, but at the same time, I'm trying to make ends meet. So getting to what I was saying, for the last few months, let's say October, I left my truck driving job because they was working me like a goddamn slave, man. I was doing 13 hours a day, 14 hours a day, and I was only making $200. And I'm like, man, I would be better working a security guard job or at McDonald's. And, at least I get a set schedule. But I'm doing trucking. I'm starting at 5, 6 in the morning, and I ain't getting off to 8 at night. And then I got to turn back around and do the same shit again. I'm like, nah, they not about to, F all that. So I'm like, I'm done with this shit. So I went back and I tried to do security and just a regular job. And that turned out to be some BS, because what I got was a post where they wanted me to walk around in circles for 8 hours. Walk around for 8 hours straight. And I'm physically fit. Don't get me wrong. But I don't care how fit you are. I don't care how fit you are. You try walking around, not just in a straight circle, but up and down little mountains, and not mountains, but little steep ways and up and down stairs. You try doing that for 8 hours consistently, not stopping. You gonna be sore. And then I ain't getting paid much anyway. So I asked the security company. I said, hey, give me something better. Like, give me something where I can, I don't like this post. I don't like this post. Give me one where I can just watch a camera or something, or I can, because they got those type of posts, or I can drive around and do patrols. Like, I don't mind doing that. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't want to give me nothing. They made it seem like, oh, well, you got to quit this one and then make yourself available. I said, okay. Long story short, they let my ass go, right? And that was last year around November, October. So ever since then, shit has been rough, because not only did I lose my job, but my unemployment insurance that we're supposed to be entitled to, I've been having to fight with unemployment to get my fucking unemployment checks. So since October, when I got fired from my last trucking job, I won my discrimination case against that employer. So that kind of helped me out to keep me over. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was at my last trucking job, I was trying to get into management positions, and I had the skills, I had the qualifications, I had the education, but they kept rejecting me. So I complained, and then I filed a case with the EEOC, that's the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and my case was heard, and I got a little settlement for that. It wasn't substantial. It was good because it held me over for a few months, but when you living in Southern California, a few $1,000s ain't gonna do nothing for you. I mean, that should be gone. In Southern California, a few $1,000s will be gone in a month, 2 months, if you're lucky. A month. That's just paying rent. That's gas. That's food. That's all that entails just living a very basic life. So basically I won that EOC, but my unemployment, I've been fighting them for the past 5 or 6 months, and I'm still fighting them, y'all. Still to this day. I done provided all the paperwork I can to them. Like, hey, I done provided all the paperwork. I done told these people, hey, because y'all haven't been giving me my money, I done went homeless. Like, not homeless, but shit done got real bad for us. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't been getting paid for the past 4 months. This gig economy ain't doing shit. This ain't doing shit. I'm doing this Grubhub, But if I'm lucky on any day, I'll make $40 to $50 after sitting for 6 or 7 hours. So that ain't doing shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been really just considering just getting up out of here, man. Like if I can get some money from my tax returns, I'm really thinking about just getting my family out of here because I'm priced out. The job market ain't good. The job market is trash. You know, they're laying off people. You can't find no work. I've been applying for any and every job that I can apply for. I done submitted well over 3,000 fucking resumes, man. Like I done submitted and applied. Man, I done applied to so many jobs. Like it'd be times when I go on these platforms and apply for jobs, and I forget that I already have an account with them, because when I try to enter my email, it say, "Oh, you already have an account with us." And I'm like, damn, I didn't apply to that many jobs that I don't recall. You know what I'm saying? That I already set up an account with them. But yeah, I literally applied to so many jobs that I don't even recall the number of accounts that I set up using that email. But I'm saying to myself, is it worth it to, like, even if you do get a job, you're still gonna be living check to check. You're still gonna be one check away from homelessness. So is it even worth it? So now my mind is this. My thoughts is telling me, if you get some money from your return, my mind is telling me, if you get a nice substantial return from your tax return, you should take that opportunity to get the hell up out of here. Because if I don't, what will happen? Let's say I get $5,000, $6,000 from my tax return, right? Okay. I'm not a single man. I got mouths to feed. I got people depending on me. So what's going to happen in that $5,000 is going to be gone. It's going to be gone within a month, 2 months. And then where I'm going to be back at square one. But if I take that $5,000 and I go to Thailand or Vietnam, places I've been before, I've traveled the world. If you guys look at my channel, my old videos, you can see that before I was this family man, I traveled. If I take that 5,000 and I go to a place like that, I can make that shit stretch. I can possibly pay with $5,000. I can pay for a year of rent in Vietnam. Yeah, literally. And so if I do that, I don't have to worry about rent for a year. I can work on some type of hustle, some type of, whatever, like online thing I could do. Maybe build up this channel if I can. And that will give me some time to get out of this survival mode that I'm in every day. I'm in survival mode every day. Every day I wake up in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode for a extended amount of time, it's not good for your body. It's stress, because you just have stress on you consistently, and stress is not healthy. Stress can cause you physical problems. So if I can get that stress off of me by going somewhere that's cheaper, I'm thinking, why not? What will hold me up? Like, I'm not new to traveling, and I've lived overseas before. So that's what I've been thinking about, because this what is this shit? I can't even think about it. This gig economy shit, this shit ain't doing nothing, man. This shit, you ain't making no money. It ain't like I was before my video, because I started another live, but I was talking about back in 2020, when you did gig economy, when everything was shut down, You can make $400, $500 a day easy, man. I mean, easy. But when they opened the shit back up, and then Biden let all these immigrants in, they messed the whole game up, man. Because when the immigrants came in, when they came in 2021, 2022, and they started flooding the U.S., that's the jobs they were doing. That's the only jobs they can do. They can only do delivery. You know what I'm saying? So what they did is they flooded the goddamn market. And so in 2020, when we used to make $500 a day, when they came in 2021, you were lucky if you made $100 that day. So they literally messed the game up, and they still doing it. And yeah, this shit ain't sustainable, man. It ain't sustainable. Like if you making $60 a day, but you put it in 8 hours, 9 hours, and that's all you seeing. Come on, man. You know, that shit only work if you staying with your parents. That don't work if you got to pay rent and you got mouths to feed, man. This shit is ridiculous, man. It's bad. So, yeah, man, that's my thoughts, man. If I get that, if I get a good amount, I think I'm gonna get a little bit over 5,000. But 5,000 in Southern California or even in the Bay Area is nothing, man. That's 1 month rent. That's literally 1 month rent, food, and all that, and that's gone. It'll be gone in one month if I get that $5,000 and I stay here. Or if I get that $5,000 and even if I go to fucking across the border to TJ, to Tijuana, that shit will still stretch for 6-7 months. $5,000 even in TJ is 6 months of rent. You know what I'm saying? So it really don't make no sense for one to put himself in that position, like to have the opportunity. I want y'all to see this crazy shit, man. Some crazy ass dude up here throwing shit at cars. Some homeless dude. Y'all about to see him right there. Dude is literally the dude right there with his shirt off. dude throwing shit at cars, bro. Somebody gonna whoop his ass. Let him throw some shit at my car. I'm gonna get out here and put my foot in his ass. Be the wrong car you throw something at. The way I'm feeling. But yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all tapping in with the boy. With the man. I'm not no boy, but you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and pick up this little delivery and do what I gotta do, man. This is what I'm doing on this No President Day. Making my food deliveries and trying to make ends meet, man. That's all I could do. Rather than just sit at the house and just do nothing, you know what I'm saying? At least I get out here and try to make $1 or $2. That's the most I can do. It don't serve me just to sit in the spot and just do nothing. You know what I'm saying? At least get out here and try to get something. You dig? So with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for tapping in. Make sure y'all subscribe and share. And I'm dropping more soon, y'all. I'm dropping more soon. We out, man. Peace.